He's a cool guy. He's very charismatic. He sat down. He just sat down and started talking, and the whole room sort of gathered around him because he was just talking about random like nonsense about movies and stuff. And at one point, I interjected with, "You know what movie I like? I like Kung Pao." And he was like, and I was like, I really want a sequel to Kung Pao. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever be able to do anything else. I mean, I was in a podcast with him, and he said card games on motorcycles, and not only did he say it once, he also said it as Chris Tucker. He's like, card games on motorcycles. I don't know.
That was good. You were black for a minute.
I was.
Did you have a question? Yeah, actually. I was just thinking about Tales of Symphonia. I wasn't even talking about Tales of Vesperia. I was just actually thinking about Tales of Vesperia when we were talking about the pretty... my nail is breaking. When we were talking about pretty guys. Because, have any of you guys played that game? Yeah? I love that game. The voice acting's amazing, it's beautiful, and it was entertaining. Because I played Abyss.
Like me.
I played Abyss, and it was like blah blah politics, and I was really interested by the characters, but there was so much politics in it that I couldn't get through it.
Like me.
But yeah, like there's a character in it called Duke. You guys know which one I'm talking about? When you think of Duke, you think of like only handsome and buff, you know? Yeah. So like, I mean, you would think of like some big tough guy with like a beard or something, but this guy is like, he's got long wavy hair and a pretty face, and he wears like robes, and he's voiced by Jameson Price, who is like, he's the Count of Monte Cristo. That's his voice, it's really deep. Like, why would you do that to me? But yes, I love Tales of Vesperia. It's one of my favorite games.
Never played it.
Because you're a terrorist. What? Yeah.
Which one would be? Would you be a retro gamer or a new gamer?
Do you want to answer first?
What is it?
Would you rather be a retro gamer or a new gamer?
I would get the best of both worlds and play No More Heroes.
Yeah. I prefer, I mean, I used to play like a lot of retro games, but I prefer like newer games just because they're easier. I mean...
Yeah, because old games were unforgiving.
Oh, well, it's not just that old games were harder, it's just that old games, the controls were...
I don't know, Donkey Kong was pretty unforgiving. It's pretty difficult.
The new games allow for so much more. I mean, you can see the characters for one.
Did you know that Mario has a hat because Miyamoto couldn't draw hair? It's true.
Nice.
It's true.
He swam on a table when he was describing how Mario should swim in Mario 64.
That's beautiful.
I read about this on like Kotaku or Gizmodo or something.
I like that bit in Evening with Kevin Smith when he explains how his daughter walked in on him having sex once, and he told her that they were night swimming. We were swimming.
In bed. Cowboys.
Pirates.
Why do people always ask pirates or ninjas and they neglect the obvious superior answer, cowboys? They can go yeehaw.
But it's cowboys versus aliens.
That movie looks so hot. I never thought Daniel Craig was attractive until I saw that preview. Or he could bond my James any day. I don't know. Cowboy!
Pirates!
I want to have that!
Pirates! They're the cowboys of the ocean!
No.
They don't wash.
Ah.
Neither do cowboys!
But it's good dirt. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, they don't wear eyeliner. Yeah.
Neither do pirates.
Question for you. I know you've done theater before. What would be like your dream role that you would have?
On stage?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh no. Hello dear. No. That's the whole role. That's the audition. Hello. On stage, I was never really that picky about what I got to play, but I was very proud of playing Ivan in the play Art, because I had like a 10-minute monologue that I had to memorize, and everybody else who was auditioning was like, I don't want to be that character, please don't give me that character. And I went out of my way to get that role, because I felt I just wanted a challenge, and they gave it to me, and I was like, yes, and everyone else just sort of went, what? You've got like a 10-page monologue to remember? I was like, I know, I'm going to do it. And I did it. I could probably, well actually I don't think I could do it right now if I tried, but I would love to play that character again. But otherwise, the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Were you like Michael Scott, and did you do an entire episode of Law and Order as an audition?
That was hilarious.
Office.
The Office. The US Office is much better than the British Office.
Yay or nay? Does anyone watch The Office? Anyone? Okay, so like, oh, okay, not so bad. Now, do you prefer the English Office or the American Office? Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, what's the British Office like?
The British Office is a lot more.
It's an actual like documentary.
It's made to be more like a documentary, and it's very awkward, and it's very like all of the characters except Tim are very unappealing. Aside, because at least
even Tim is like
yeah. Yeah.
I like him better than Love Actually. Did you see the episode he was in of the American Office? He cameoed at the very beginning, yeah.
It was hilarious.
He was actually David Brent. Yeah, him and Steve Carell, like.
They hugged. They hugged.
I was excited. Yeah.
Do you think you'll still be watching The Office after Steve Carell's not in it?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I mean, it's like, even on my worst day, it's the only thing I can watch that'll make me feel better.
It's going to be like Scrubs after Zach Braff leaves, though.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to last very long, but I'll still watch it. I love that show. It can do wrong, in my opinion, but I love that show.
It was a great show for the first 5 seasons, in my opinion.
Even the 5th one was like,
I think the 5th one had its moments.
I think you had its moments. But I don't know. Yeah. My favorite RPG.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Dragon Age or... No, that's a stealth.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say Assassin's Creed, but that's not an RPG.
It's not even stealth.
Yes, it is.
What?
You're an assassin.
And you're
How is that not stealth? You climb buildings.
Is it stealth, really?
Yes. It's stealth action adventure platforming balls.
I don't know, because part of the main attraction of Assassin's Creed is running away from people who can clearly see you. There's nothing stealthy about.
But there are missions where you're supposed to not get detected.
There are missions, but that's a small aspect.
That's the same thing about Metal Gear.
Yeah, but
you
no.
can say the same thing about Metal Gear. You're running away from robots.
But you can play the entire Metal Gear Solid game without being seen.
I can't. I tried like unlocking that the Altair costume from Metal Gear Solid 4, and that didn't happen. I got detected. I think you have to get detected less than 15 times in the entire game, and I got detected like 20 times in the first level. So, yeah. He actually asked the same question.
Do the thing again.
No, it's cool. Your staff. I'll let it slide.
That's what she said.
My opinion of Felicia Day is she's like, I don't know, I don't really care for her because I don't think she's that great. I've only really seen her in Dr. Horrible, and that kind of annoyed me because there was only one singer in a musical. Nathan Fillion, I love Nathan Fillion, but he can't sing. And Felicia Day was auto-tuned after yin yang. Oh my god. It was like watching Glee, but yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I kind of forgave Nathan Fillion because he was obviously like, oh, I can't sing, but it doesn't matter because I'm Nathan Fillion. The heaven is my penis. But yeah, I don't know. I think my opinion of Felicia Day is kind of like she's pretty and she plays video games, so gamers like to rank off to her. That's my opinion of the Dragon Age series. anyone actually knows.
Let's whisper for the rest of the panel.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Or shall we go back to arguing about whether or not Assassin's Creed is in a platformer or stuff?
What to you makes a good voice actor? What?
Call of Duty.
Have you seen the game that the guys who made Bulletstorm released, where it's like a Call of Duty spoof, and it's just a guy, and it's like essentially Call of Duty abridged, and there's just every time he shoots a guy, it just goes boring, 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 boring. It's really fun.
What about Resident Evil?
Resident Evil, awesome, awesome games.
I haven't actually played any of them. I've seen like a little bit of 4. Yeah.
No, Resident Evil 2, the best one.
Story part, yes.
Story part, yeah. Resident Evil 4 is a lot of fun to play, but I mean, it's really the same thing happening over and over again. Resident Evil 2, I generally got excited by the story in that.
You know,
I'm excited in 4 whenever Ashley gets kidnapped. I don't want to protect her. I can't stand it.
Does she ever go, big brother?
Big brother, no. It sounds like me and Mokuba.
Yeah. Speaking of like older games, it's so frustrating having a conversation with my dad about games, who has 10 gamer points on his Xbox that he's had since 2007, by the way.
Does he blame Obama?
What?
Does he blame Obama
He blames Obama for his crap gaming skills. But yeah, like my dad, I was telling him about like Final Fantasy VIII, because that's one of my favorite games. I know this guy. But he's like, why would you want to play an old game? Because we were talking about backwards compatibility. It's like, why would you want to play an old game? They have inferior graphics. I'm like, story? Characters? 2 minutes. Does anyone actually have a question?
Kamehame, hi.
Hey.
Hey, Goku.
Japanese friends?
You know, bitch, that looks like Goku. Which one of us would win in an arm wrestling contest?
Us?
Yes.
Let's get a table.
Do it.
Oh, we can kneel here. Let's move the speakers.
If we kneel here, we could bring the speakers up here. Okay. There is a table over.
Sorry.
They were already going. Go, Marianne. Yes!
So is that it? Is that us?
I guess that's the end unless someone has like a pressing question about arm wrestling.
Assassin's Creed isn't stealth because you walk around going like this.
I assassinated you. Yes. Yeah.
Oh! You haven't asked me any questions.
Your name has
Oh, you asked one question. Okay. Do you have a question? You're being a douche.
He's being a Johnny on Rouge.
He's being a Johnny on douche. Okay.